To complete your assignment for the tangent exploration, you're going to use your calculator, and the activity has a similar feel to it that the sine and cosine pasta graphing activity has, except you're doing it on a small piece of graph paper and generating the table using your calculator. There are a couple quick ways I'm going to show you to use your calculator to generate these values a little quicker than if you were to just type each one in. You can also look at the graph, but it's to plot specific points. I would like you to fill in all of these values and plot the graph by hand. First thing we're going to do, go to your y equals, type in tangent of x. Make sure your mode, since we are looking at degrees, is back in degree mode. And then we're going to explore using the table. To set the table up, if you hit second window, notice it says TBL set, or table setup. There are a couple options here telling you where to start. Delta table means the space in between your numbers. There's also two options on the bottom for auto or ask. If you switch it to ask, you can type in the values that you're looking for. Hit enter. And now when you go to your table, it will be blank. So make sure your screen looks like this. Hit second graph. You're only able to type in the amount of numbers here. So if you look back at the activity, you can type in 15, 30, 45, and go on from there. It will then calculate the values for you a lot quicker than if you were on a blank screen and typing them in, continuing to hit tangent. This is as far as you'll be able to go, unlike the regular table where you can scroll up and down. Record these values in the table on your paper, and then if you go back, you can record the next set of values. All you have to do is overwrite the ones that are here. That to me would be the quickest way to do this. So we are going on next to 120, 135, and so on until you complete the entire table. You will then, I recommend using the graph paper horizontally, set up an X and Y axis, make sure you make your Y axis appropriate for the numbers that you're getting in your table, and then your X axis is going from 0 to 360, so make sure you spread that out and make it long enough so you can see what's happening. The questions along the way will kind of guide you to talk about why you're getting an error message. If there's elements you think you can add into the graph, you may want to try to do that. And then at the end, the number 8 is asking you for the last question, which should not be number 8. It says it on my answer key. That last question is asking you to use your calculator to graph a couple transformations. On yours, it's the correct number 10. All right, so you will be graphing for tangent x, tangent 2x, tangent of x minus pi over 2, and tangent of x minus 1. For that part of the activity, you actually need to switch back to radian mode, go from negative pi to pi to check out those graphs. So just make sure after switching modes to degrees, you switch back to radian for that part. Good luck. We will go over this when you are back from the field trip.